Hello and welcome to Dad Does Fitness. Today we're going to talk about the Coros Pace 2 GPS watch. So I've had this watch for a little over 2 months, or just about 2 months now. I know the watch has been out for a little over a year, but I'm going to do a very basic review because again, GPS watches, they stay relevant for quite some time. So this watch is still a great watch to buy brand new. So like I said, I've had about 2 months, used it for some training for a Quad Cities Marathon, ended up running the Quad Cities Marathon wearing this watch. Clocked 26.28 miles, which is again a little long for the 26.219 miles that a marathon is, but 0.07 miles long isn't really that long, especially considering I'm not making every turn perfectly, going in and out to aid stations. So for a non-big city race where you're not getting the interference from bridges and tall buildings, that was very close to the actual distance, so I think it works great. Silicone band, it does come with there is a nylon band you can get as an option, but from what I've seen on other reviews, that it's not the best band. It doesn't stay well. Silicone works great. Lots of holes, breathability there. Only comes in one size, but the nice thing, small profile as opposed to some of these larger watches that have a lot of buttons and a lot of gizmos, but again, it's a large and then chunked face on your wrist. And again, a watch doesn't weigh that much, but it is something, and I don't like a lot of weight or bulk on me, so works great there. In the box, you get the watch, you get a charging cable, which is about 12 inches, kind of short, but still does the job. And then you get about 3 or 4 of these little black caps that plug the charging port, which is on the back, as well as the heart rate strap. If you do tear or snap a band, they are quick release pop on the back. There's a pin on each side, so you get that switched out. Watch, very user-friendly. Very simple. You have 2 buttons. You have your scroll through button on the bottom here if you're on your lock main screen. So I have one of the simpler watch faces on here. So if I click through this, it'll change from steps to sunrise, sunset, your current altitude, current heart rate or last at red, battery life, and then I always have mine on do not disturb, so there's always an extra the bell because I don't want my wrist buzzing for every text, voicemail, or text, phone call, email, whatever you get. So I turn it off, but if you like that feature, obviously you can leave it on and it does connect. I've gotten the buzzes before I turned it off. On the top, you have a button, which is nice because it locks automatically as opposed to being Randy starting workouts by just bumping the start. You have to hit start here and then scroll. I don't know if it popped, yeah. So when you hit and then once you unlock it, it'll give you the different workout choices if you want to run, bike, swim, open water, pool, swim, track workout. So it gives you that perfect lap on tracks, indoor rower, and then lifting. If you're gonna do calisthenics, it doesn't work great because it reads the push and pull. So if your hands are locked either on a bar or on the ground, you're not gonna get those reps. But otherwise, if you're pressing actual weight, it's gonna show those. So, great watch, very simple app to use. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. If I can unlock my phone. So if you pull up the app, this will be the main screen that pops up. So this is yesterday. I haven't uploaded anything today, so it doesn't auto upload every time you pull it up. But this will be your active calories, so it doesn't read your daily caloric burn. It only reads the stuff that you're actually burning extra, which I think is helpful because if you're trying to burn that extra 500 calories a day, it'll give you that, because that's about a pound a week, so that'll give you that help there. If you do a workout for the day, it comes up right here. If you don't do a workout, if I go back at it, so if I go up, so this is today, so obviously I've done less, it's earlier in the day, there's no workout, but then if I go to the previous day, you have the workout. You'll have your active energy where you're doing your most activity. The red down here is your workout. So if you start a workout, it obviously goes there, and the higher the bar, the more intense you're going for that time frame. And then anytime you're going over 130 steps per minute, it counts as that active energy. The light blue here is your daily steps. Obviously, again, the graph's kind of when you're doing your most steps. Your heart rate throughout the day, and then sleep. I don't always wear this to bed, but you can. It's pretty small. I have worn it to bed. I don't typically like to, though. Obviously, I think in the morning, if you feel tired, you didn't sleep well. If you wake up feeling refreshed, you slept fine. At the bottom, the next screen is going to be all your workouts, so it tracks through all the workouts you've done, so you can kind of scroll through and see progress you're making. Next one here is going to be Coros has an algorithm they use somehow. After about your 4th or 5th run, it programs in based on your height, weight, age, gender, activity level, and then the heart rate that it's gotten from the heart rate monitor on the back of the watch, or if you use a heart strap that you can actually connect with the watch. It'll do that based on how hard you're working, and then the work, like the course you ran, and it programs in to figure out your VO2 max, your threshold heart rate, your threshold pace, and then your marathon level based on, so if you just ran a couple 5K, it's going to be like, all right, so this person covered 5K in this distance, and then it gives you different paces that you're going to be able to do the 5K, the 10K, half marathon, and marathon in. Marathon level gives you kind of an idea of where you should be able to do different races. With this race predictor, it's going to predict based on a flat, smooth course. So if you go out and you run a 5K and it's 19:15, but it's saying you can run a 19-minute 5K, but the course you ran had some elevation to it, that's why it's saying you could do better on a different day. Oop, we turned off. Sorry about that. It also gives your VO2 max, and then it does kind of run performance and your fatigue level, which is another nice feature. It also holds your records. So if you're like, someone's like, hey, what's your fastest mile? You can just pull up the records and it'll tell you, even if you did that mile during a 5K, it'll pull up that fastest mile on here. And it does it from the 1K, 1 mile, 3K, 5K, 10K, half marathon, and marathon. Along with the watch comes with, you can put in different training programs that plan into the watch. It'll give you ideas how to work out or what workouts to do, and then it gives you a ton of different watch faces. Now again, I keep mine pretty simplistic because I don't want all the extra stuff on my wrist, but I don't know how well these are all showing up, but they have different designs. Some will have more stats on there, so it'll give you your step count and heart rate, elevation, all that on the watch. I only keep the one, so it's just the date, time, and then on the bottom it gives you currently the step count. But if I scroll through, it'll go to how many flights of stairs I've done, currently none, how many calories I've burned today, I haven't done any exercise yet, sunrise, sunset, and then your current elevation, 655. I live in Chicago, we're pretty flat here. And then the last heart rate I had while I was wearing the watch, and then my battery is down to 43%. Now the nice thing about this watch is that the battery lasts forever. So I charge this once a week-ish. It has about 30 hours of GPS runtime on accurate GPS. You can go on a GPS that tracks every like 5 seconds or so, and that's supposed to give you an extra like 15 to 30 hours on top of this, and it goes about 3 weeks without a charge. Now I haven't tested that to the exact time, but from what I've seen, it does hold its battery life very well. So if you're looking for a GPS watch for running or cycling, even open water swimming, and again, I don't know how well it worked over there, but I did it over the Mississippi River. It wasn't on a bridge, but at the same time, over water, it still seemed to track well. This thing is great. For $200, you're getting a fantastic watch with what I'm going to say is great accuracy, very basic, very user-friendly. So if you like the video, like the content, please consider commenting, liking, or subscribing. Have a good one, and until next time.